Hey everybody, welcome back to the School of Laughs podcast. Rik Roberts here along with producer Gavin. How's it going, Gavin?
Hey.
This podcast is all about helping the aspiring comic or speaker get funnier faster and be bigger, better, and more bookable than ever before, just like you heard in the intro, and we really mean that. So it's your podcast, take it where you want to go. Today, we're going to talk about, are you actually in the real world with your thoughts on pursuing comedy? Now, I think there's three types of comedians. And comedian, I mean, I know there's been debates over, do you have to earn money before you call yourself a comedian?
Right.
I think probably you should, but I'm not the guy. I'm not Webster. Here's what I think happens a lot. Yeah. People do a couple of open mics. They start calling themselves a comedian on Facebook or whatever, or printing out business cards.
Amen.
And that would be like me being an extra in Nashville that was shot here.
Right.
And then I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I was just a guy that was standing there next to somebody else to round out the curved edge of the shot. I was not acting at all. But I don't want to get caught up in that. But I want you to be in tune with, are you really pursuing this? Are you a doer? Let's start here. Are you a dabbler? That's a dabbler. A dabbler tries it twice and says, I'm a comedian. I've done comedy before.
Yeah.
Are you a doer? Somebody that's actually making a living at it.
Right.
Or are you a dominator? Somebody that's well thought of and dominating the niche that you went out and tackled. So if you're a club comic, are you the draw? Are you a headliner? Have you reached that? If you're a corporate comedian, are you the guy they seek out when they're looking for this type of entertainment?
Okay.
If in the college niche, are you rocking NACA showcases in front of all these college students?
Right.
So that's a dominator. And so obviously it's like a pyramid. At the bottom, millions of dabblers. I would probably say millions of dabblers.
I'm sure there
comedy.
are.
And then the doers, the people that are on the road, they gave up everything else, and this is their dream, and they're pursuing it.
Right.
They're calling.
You can't see his hands right now, but they're forming a giant triangle.
And then there's a really tiny triangle on the top that are dominators. And those are the people we pay to go see, even though we're comedians already.
Yeah.
So millions of dabblers, nothing wrong with that. You can take that dabbling approach and perform at fundraisers.
Right.
Lots of different things you can do. But don't fool yourself. And here's my point. I heard this from a few people, like, hey, this big headliner's coming through town. I would really love to open for him.
Right.
Okay, so that would be great. Lots of comics would. But at the dabbling stage, where you've only done 3 or 5 minutes of comedy 4 or 5 times, that's a risk for the headliner to take to put you on stage.
Oh, my gosh.
Some are gracious and will give you that because maybe it's your home venue or whatever, but that is a real risk. And he's also taken away that opportunity from somebody that's doing it. Somebody that has quit their job and maybe has family, has a wife or kids, and they need the income. So why would he walk past somebody that's made the total commitment into comedy and give a dabbler an opportunity?
Yeah.
Not saying it can't happen, but don't be mad if it doesn't. Be realistic.
Yeah.
Not
there yet.
Not there yet. Work on your time, and if you move up to that next stage of doer, then you might get those opportunities a little more often.
I sort of think, like, something that's may illustrate the point, I guess, a little bit, is that if the person who's the dabbler, a lot of those kind of guys, they think they're always getting shorted on their opportunities. It's like, oh, well, they went with such this other guy and they had him open up. God, I can't believe it. I'm so much better than him, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, obviously he picked him for a reason. He didn't pick him to spite you.
Right.
He picked him for his reasons. And you've got to come up, whether that's to him or to somebody else. You've got to come up in skill or talent or whatever it is in to bring something that they want to come in. So
it's the commitment level.
Yeah.
If I'm headlining a place and somebody says, man, I'd love to open for you, and they're a dabbler, I might sympathize with that.
Yeah.
And maybe I will let them get a spot.
Yeah.
But if at the same time somebody walked up who's given up everything to pursue this, and this is their only income, and there's a couple $100 to throw to the opener, I'm going to probably go with the doer.
Yeah.
Because I'm encouraging their dreams that they've left everything to take.
Yeah.
And when the dabbler gets to that level of commitment, my level of opportunity for them would open up. And that's the same for probably all the headliners out there or whatever. So that's just something, be in the reality. And it's not to say that you can't pursue all this stuff. I'm not saying you're necessarily delusional, and I don't want you to have a self-limiting thought of yourself, right? Self-limiting belief. Aspire for all that, but also put yourself in the situation for those things to happen.
Yeah, because it also shows you what you need to work on. If you think you are good and just being shorted on opportunities, then you're done working. If you think if your reality is that you're at a certain point and you need to get better, then you can start working on yourself.
Right. So, we can get deeper into that down the road, or if you want to email me some questions and find out where you're at on that scale. I've been all of the things on the scale.
Yeah.
And the same things happen for me. Nobody was going to take a chance on me when I was just sticking my toe in the water.
Right.